bone of the day is going to be the skull, the anatomy of the skull. It is a complex structure made up of 22 bones that protect the brain. So it protects your brain. From the structure of the face, the support sensory functions like vision, hearing, smell, and taste. Shout out to Ken Hub and fair use for you guys using this video. And the main divisions of the skull, you have the cranium. The first division is the cranium. It protects the brain and the brain stem composed of 8 bones. Those 8 bones are going to be your frontal bone, your perennial bones, your temporal bones, your occipital bones. Excuse me, I'm going to say that one more time. The main divisions of the skull, which we're going to start, is the cranium, which is the first one. You got the frontal bone, which is the forehead. You have the perennial bones, which is the sides and roof. Then you have the temporal bones, which are the 2 lower sides near the ears. Then you have the occipital bones, which are going to be the back of the skull. Then you have the sphenoid bones, which is going to be the base behind the eyes. And you have the ethmoid bone, which is between the eyes and roof of the nasal cavity. So you have all of those. Then you have the facial bones, which are going to be the nasal bones, the maxillae, which is the 2 upper jaws. Then, oh, well, there we go again. They came at us with another freaking, get her off the screen. Get off the screen. All right, there we go. I'm going to get her away from the screen real quick. But then we also have the, where is it at? The zygomatic bone, which is your cheekbones right here. You have the lacrimal bones, which are the inner eye sockets. And then you also have the palatine bones, which are 2 part of the hard palate, the inferior nasal concha. You have the vomer, which is part of the nasal septum. And then you have the mandible, which is the lower jaw, the only movable skull bone. The only movable skull bone is the mandible, which is your lower jaw, which are what, you know, fighters or boxers aim to put you to sleep. You know what I mean? And when you call you got a glass jaw, you know, so you got a weak mandible. You know, it's the only jaw or the only bone in your skull that moves. So it's the only one that actually does any moving. The importance of skull features are going to be the orbits. The eye sockets formed by several bones. The frontal, the zygomatic, the maxilla, the ethmoid, the sphenoid, the lacrimal, and the palatine. You have the nasal cavity, which contains nasal concha and septum, involved in breathing and smell. You have the foramen magnum, which is a large opening at the base of the skull in the occipital bone through which the spinal cord passes. Okay, then you have the external acoustic meatus, which is the ear canal passage in the temporal bone, and then you have the temporal mandibular joint, TMJ, which is the hinge between the temporal bone and the mandible. And if you ever